welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So I thought I'd give you a quick update about what's been going on. So I am 8 days post-op and I'm feeling much better. I'm actually feeling good today. Had a small headache this morning after I went for a little walk. I thought I needed to go for a brief walk just to get my body back into the rhythm of things because I'm back at work next week and I needed to sort of get my body moving and stuff. So I did a 3.77 kilometer walk, which was quite nice actually. A slow pace, not fast, because I didn't want to overdo it. Normally I go up to 5k, but I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. I reached half. As soon as I got to the 3 kilometer part, I started getting a bit of a headache and small niggles down in my belly. So I was like, I don't want to overdo it. Let me just walk straight home. So I walked slowly from the 3 kilometer mark to home, which took about the 77, which is fine. It was still a good walk. I actually felt quite nice after doing it. I just had a quick shower. That's why I look the way I look, wearing a little house dress and everything. So yeah, so I sat here. I was on the phone to my sister and I got a call from the hospital. So before I tell you everything, I'm going to give you an update of the meds they gave me when I left the hospital. So when I left the hospital on the 1st of June, I was given cocodamol, dissolvable cocodamol tablets. I was given progesterone tablets. I was given these progesterone tablets. I was also given a suppository. And I was given 5 days of tranexamic acid tablets, which I finished that dose. When did I finish that dose? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So I was taking, basically for pain, I was taking the 2 tablets of dissolvable tablets of cocodamol only at night. I wasn't taking them during the day. During the day, I was just sort of going with the flow. I stopped taking those 2 days ago as well. So I'm done with those. And because I was like, there's no point. I need to kind of learn how to bear the pain. So I was taking the tranexamic acid tablets 3 times a day. One in the morning at 8, the next one at 12, and the third one at 10. So was I taking the progesterone tablets as well. 1 at 8, 1 at 12, and 1 at 10. With my regular tablets, the iron tablets. So I was taking the iron tablets I take at a different time. I take them at 9, 2, and 6. And in the first thing in the morning, I take my omeprazole. So I take 1 tablet in the morning and 1 tablet at night. So those are the only tablets I took. And I took 1 on the Saturday of the 4th of June. I took 1 suppository just to get me through the day. And other than that, I have not used any suppositories. I was only given 3, so I've only used 1. The cocodamol, they gave me 30 tablets. I've only used 2, 4, 6, 8. I think I've used 8 tablets. So that's it. That's all I've used of those. And the rest all sit in a box. And then obviously these I take 3 times a day for the 6 weeks until I have my surgery. So I just got a phone call, like I said, while I was talking to my sister. I got a phone call from the hospital giving me my surgery dates, which I'm so happy about. I actually feel my heart's pounding even now. I'm so excited. So basically, I have my pre-op on the 4th of July at 11 a.m. I have my COVID test on the 18th of July at 11 a.m. And I have my surgery on the 20th of July at 12 p.m. So I am so happy. I'm absolutely happy. I cannot wait for this to all be done. It's just a long journey. It just feels like a very, very long journey. I had promised I'll give you a backstory of what happened. So basically in 2020, I went for my 12-week scan and I found out that I had a miscarriage. So I had to have an MVA, which I had on the 19th of May of 2020. So obviously came home after that, all was well, I seemed okay, obviously apart from the redness down there coming out, but all was well. They said I could start TTCing as soon as possible and all that stuff. I was like, oh, great. So obviously you let that period pass, and then make sure you've gone back into the rhythm. So this all happened in May. So I think we left June. We didn't do anything in June. We didn't try TTC in June. We started TTCing in July because I wanted one cycle to go by of its own so it can regulate on its own. And funny enough, straight after, I went back to my regular cycles, which was fine, which was kind of cool because I thought it would take a little longer, but no. Everything went back to normal. By June, my cycles were back the same, 28 days on the dot, the day I had it. Perfect. Then we started TTCing in July. Nothing happened. August, nothing happened. Nothing happened continuously until, and I was like, okay, I'm just letting my body heal. But I kept thinking something was wrong. I could feel something was wrong because the flow was heavier. It just didn't feel right. You know your body. So you know something's not right. And I kept thinking, okay, at the end of the day, I've never had a miscarriage, so I don't know how it's supposed to turn out. So I was like, okay, maybe it's my body just healing. Maybe this is part of healing. So got to January. I was like, you know what, something's not right. So I called the hospital. I asked for a scan. They say they don't offer scans after an MVA. Apparently, when they've done the MVA, everything's perfect. You don't offer scans and whatnot. So I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I said, okay, let me see if things change. So we went to March. I was like, what the hell? It's definitely not right. So I was like, I'm going to bite the bullet. And I don't know, I had this thing at the back of my head that something's wrong. So I had the fear of going to find out what this problem was. So in June of 2021, I went and had a private scan. So this private scan, the lady said, unfortunately, we found this big mass at the neck of the womb where your tubes are and all that. So it's blocking the tubes and all that stuff. So I'm in shock. I'm like, great. They probably left something in there, might be tissue, blah, blah, blah. So I was very disappointed. I'm panicking. I take my scans to the GP. I get referred to the hospital. I get my first letter for a hysteroscopy in September of 2021. So September 2021, I go in for a scan for the hysteroscopy clinic, and he does a biopsy. I go home, get called back to go and have another hysteroscopy done in November. They do biopsies again, and he says, okay, we're going to go for surgery, take this out. So my results for the biopsies both came back negative for polyp, negative for fibroid, just tissue. So I'm a bit like, okay, so he's saying it might be a fibroid, but it's coming back negative for fibroid and negative for polyp. So I'm a bit like, okay, seriously, what is going on? So then I get a letter saying we need to do an MRI. So I did the MRI in December, 23rd of December 2021. Go for my MRI, finish the MRI. I get another letter saying, oh, you need to go into hospital on the 4th of February 2022. And I'm thinking, oh, I'm going for surgery. I'm so excited. Well, not excited, but this ordeal's going to be over. Go in there. He just sits me down and says, oh, we can't do the surgery. We need to put you on Zoladex. And he was very dismissive, very horrible man. And this is what we're going to do. And you'll get the message in due course, blah, blah, blah. I leave the room. I'm very disappointed. We speak to a private doctor to get more information on the Zoladex, because obviously he didn't give me any information. He was just very dismissive, just wanted it done type of thing, and he just left me. So I find out that I have to go on Zoladex, speak to a private clinic. They tell me what it's about and what it can do and all this stuff. So it's to shrink a fibroid. So on the, I think 15th of February, that's when I had my first Zoladex, and I had another one in March, the 15th of March, and my third one was the 12th of April. And then I had obviously my surgery on the 31st of May. But on the 13th of April, I met with a new surgeon because I didn't want the other surgeon. I met with a new surgeon, and he was absolutely amazing. He said, we're going to get it done within a month. He got it done within a month. Unfortunately, he could only take out 50% because, like what I stated in my previous video, he couldn't get it all done. But he promised me within 6 to 8 weeks, he will have the second one out. 7 weeks later, he's booked me in for surgery. So I'm like, yes, finally, this journey might be over. And then I can plan to start my TTC journey, because my channel is motherhood, lifestyle and TTC. And pretty much just been showing my motherhood and lifestyle, really, because I've not really had a chance to do the TTC because of, since I started the channel, I went through all of this. So all I have to do now is take these progesterone tablets until my surgery date, and hopefully that will work better than the Zoladex. Because the Zoladex, I was quite grumpy, and my side effects were really bad because I ended up, sorry, a bit of TMI, bleeding for 90 days. So I couldn't have the Zoladex again. He thought it would be bad for me because I'm anemic. So he decided I go on these for 7 weeks. So that's my update. So guys, the next time you hear about my fibroid journey part 2 will be on the 4th of July, where I start my pre-op, and then continuously on to the 18th and to the 20th on my op day, and I will give you an update on that day as I did the previous video. Thanks guys for watching, and see you in the next part 2 of my surgery.